And if they can get a bite onto and pull your arm through and get a bite onto your arm, they'll pull your arm right off. These are true tales of my African adventures. May this inspire you, deter you, caution you, and above all, entertain you. There are many lion stories. I'm not a lion trainer. I've never been a lion trainer. The largest number of lions we ever had at one time at the zoo was 7, and we kept them until they were adult, and then they were moved on. I've worked with lions frequently. I've had terrible experience with lions, I must say, some more which I'll explain later on, but I would like you to just hear this little story. I was landscaping a zoo and snake park for an entrepreneur in a place called Vereniging years and years and years ago. And it was an old zoo once, so there were old enclosures there. And in between the enclosures was this rather large lion enclosure, but it was typical of something which you would expect in the 1950s. A huge, big concrete enclosure with extra thick steel bars all over the show, a sleeping room and a safe room for the lions so that you could get in and clean the cage after locking them behind these bars. Absolutely no aesthetic value whatsoever. The animals had to live their life on concrete. I mean, it was a really terrible situation. So I was trying to rectify all of this. And we had a plumber there. And he came from a place in the Free State called Tabanchu. Taba is a mountain. Anyway, he came from Tabanchu. And he was a plumber. He was a strange character. And we used to mock him a lot. He was part of our fun every day, actually, poor guy. Anyway, he had to work on a tap, and the tap was against the wall between the lion enclosure and the next enclosure. I can't remember what was in the next one. We were still fixing that one up. However, he had to work there, so I wasn't there at that time. And he came to me white as a sheet, and he told me what happened. He said before working on the tap, he made sure the lions were in their sleeping quarters, because it was during the day and they didn't always like lying in the sun. There wasn't any shade. So they went inside the safe house. And so he got engrossed working on this tap and loosening this and tightening that, and so he forgot about the lions. And with that, lions are cunning. They know what they're about. With that, the lion crept up behind him, stuck its arm through one of the bars, and just couldn't hook him, because if they hook you and pull you against that bar, you're in very, very serious trouble. They can actually tear you to pieces through the bar and hold you there. And if they can get a bite onto and pull your arm through and get a bite onto your arm, they'll pull your arm right off. So there he was working away, and he felt a slight irritation on his back. He thought it was a bug or a fly or something, and so he put his hand around his back to brush it off, and he grabbed the claws and the pad of a full-grown male lion, and he got the fright of his life, and he spun around, and the lion tried to hook him but missed. And he jumped up and ran for his life, and he came to find me to tell me the story and to try to recover. It's remarkable, but lions, let me tell you, they're always on the go. Don't be mistaken, don't be lulled into any false sense of security when you're around lions. I don't care if they're tame or not.